What's going on, champs and chambits? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, we finally have the Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 5 launch trailer that got leaked a little bit early to the point where they were like, alright, you know what? Just go ahead and have the entire trailer early. To kind of, clarify what happened here, you all know about the Battle Pass leaks from the previous day. However, now it appears that PlayStation Sweden decided to just post the entire trailer on their Instagram before it was even supposed to be posted, which caused this whole entire leak thing to happen. So we're going to be actually reacting to the trailer and then breaking down a lot of miniature things that you guys should pay attention to, such as a potential Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collaboration. We'll talk more about that a little bit later in the video and how it's not actually potential, it's confirmed that will be happening during Chapter 5. So let's go ahead and start playing the trailer and kind of do a little bit of a live, butched reaction to everything going on here. So already, we're already getting some interesting views of the train and everything else. We're getting this underground area where we can see two of the Battle Pass skins right here with, the new Jonesy skin. Now, I might mention some of the official names here as we kind of look at everything. According to the cinematic, trailer or whatever, the actual name for Jonesy is Vengeance Jones. So it's going to be definitely a very interesting time. And then this right here is actually a teaser to something you'll see a little bit later in the trailer. So I'll go ahead and let it play through a little bit more here. There's the beautiful reveal of Chapter 5 Season 1 Underground. Tons of little miniature areas for us to explore. Looks like we're going to be getting AI bosses in different areas. We're getting a capture the train objective where you're actually able to go inside of a train and kind of capture it, I guess, in a way. You also have the riot shield. You have weapon mods finally coming to the game, which is something that got leaked before we even had vehicles. We have wall climbing with these little, buildable wall things on the side there, with hurdling also returning. Some images and stuff, or I guess, some video of the new emotes and 3 of the new skins. A new grapple blade, which is similar to like the ODM gear, where you have the actual grapple thing, but you also have a close range attack. Clingers returning. We have the creeping cardboard box returning. I guess this time you can call it the sneaking cardboard box. Peter Griffin and a bird is the word emote, but of course that isn't everything that is in the trailer, because there's a lot more to break down here. Something I should mention as well here is that, we've already seen this normal variant of the cosmetics right here. This was the image I was seeing for everything else, but we also get a second look at a lot of stuff, which also further confirms that the Vengeance Jones we see in the middle is going to be for the live event, because the Vengeance Jones has a Toon and Noir variant, so we're kind of seeing those different variants right here. Also, another thing I should mention here is that if you look over at normal Solid Snake, we have the normal variant right here, and then as we continue on, we have the Metal Gear Solid 4 variant of Solid Snake being another character in the game. The Solid Snake is most likely going to be the bonus skin in the Battle Pass because of the fact that it's not mentioned in the description, so you most likely will be seeing Peter Griffin being obtainable through the Battle Pass normally, and then as the season progresses, as we get to the halfway point, Solid Snake will finally be available for us to do some quests and everything else to earn as a little bit of a bonus reward, which kind of sucks for me because I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit more excited for Solid Snake than I am for Peter Griffin. But with that said, let's go ahead and start breaking down certain parts of the cinematic. Firstly, as you can tell, we get a nice view of the island right here at the beginning. We can see a lot of the different routes, we can see the train tracks and everything, and we can see how we have different sort of height map that is very similar to that leaked map, which basically means that, it's probably going to be exactly the same. As we go to this underground area, something I'm actually going to do here is make it so you guys can see my mouse right wherever it is. Alright, here we go. You're now able to see my mouse. I want to mention that right here we can see what appears to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, but we get a better glimpse of it a little bit later down the line. We also have some little pins on Vengeance Jones. Maybe this is in relation to something we see at the event, or maybe it's just, a cool little design choice. Over here we get an interesting little underground cover area where they're trying to investigate a lot of stuff going on. You have a lot of different characters. You have one of the main Battle Pass characters actually having, some graffiti pasted on the face and everything else, but as we go down, we get the ransom note about Pilly. Nothing too crazy there, but as we can see right here, now that we've seen the full cinematic, we can tell that these are different type of weapon modifications that they're kind of showcasing in one spot for the weapons. Things such as suppressors, lasers, different magazine sizes, different scopes, all that type of stuff, all being right there before we even see it. And it also kind of reveals to us that, hey, it's not just going to be on the main assault rifles or whatever else. As you can see on the right side, it's going to be on pistols. As you can see on the left side, you'll even have attachments for shotguns. So that is definitely a very interesting thing to see them kind of playing with and showcasing. I'm going to be interested to see how that whole entire system works And then as we continue down the line, you know, we get some images of some bikes and stuff. Looks like the dirt bike or whatever else is returning normally. We also have the brand new Scorpion car, as far as I'm aware, that's what it is. Now, it could be wrong, could be a different car. That car will be able to be modified in your own ways. As we go over here, though, we see like an Atlantan fish stick Meowscles type thing going on. Not really for sure what this is supposed to be, but I mean, hey, you know, maybe they'll end up making some Meowscles fish stick hybrid later down the line and just releasing that as a skin. But over here, we get an interesting view of some guards kind of just walking around a certain little POI area. Now, we don't really get a nice view of their face or anything, but this definitely feels like one of those areas where there's going to be like a boss enemy or something along those lines that you're going to be able to fight in order for a free reward of some sort. Over here, we're going to see some more vehicles. We see that Scorpion once again, but we also see what appears to be like an SUV or a Jeep type of thing. Over here, we get a very interesting view where we can see the Rocket League Octane is on the island. We get some type of muscle car right here. I'm not for sure if that's supposed to be a different modification of a vehicle we already have, but it has a little bit of like a green underglow. And then we get a Lamborghini collaboration. That's right, the same season we're getting trains in the game, we are getting a Lambo collab, and that is just very interesting to me. Now, it is very interesting to see how they kind of, this, like, you know, Riot Shield mechanic or whatever else, it feels a lot like Rainbow Six Siege, mixed with, like, the Save the World Riot Shield, you know, constructor abilities. So it's going to be interesting to see how that actually plays in the game and how, you know, shield bashing someone will actually work. Over here, we can see some of those different attachments. We also see whatever this is in the top left that is just, like, dropping grenades down that are exploding. No one really talked about that, and I didn't even make a tweet about it because I was like, I don't know how to explain that to people, right? There's a thing in the sky that is dropping down explosives. Be careful. Maybe it's a little bit of like a reverted, you know, or a revamped version of those little like alerts at buildings, similar to what we had seen this season. Over here, we can see what appears to be sprays on the Riot Shield, which makes me think that maybe we'll be able to customize certain things like a Riot Shield with different sprays, unless it's just going to be something that, you know, is going to be different every time you pick up one. That's going to be interesting to see. A lot of different scopes in the game. Now, one thing I have heard people complain about or already mentioned about the scopes is they hope that these attachments doesn't make Fortnite more like Call of Duty. So that's going to be a little bit interesting to see how the attachment system works in game. Now, as we go over here, we're going to see more of that whole entire movement system, but something important I should mention here is even though it's wall climbing, there's these little like wall little ledges or whatever that are on the side of builds that allow you to actually wall climb up. So it's going to be interesting to see if those are things you can just throw at a wall and that's how you use it, or if it's going to be built into our builds from now on so that there's always a mechanic where you're able to scale giant buildings or whatever else, as Fortnite continues to be some sort of like movement shooter. And whenever you eliminate someone, as you can see right here, they are going to drop all the attachments still attached to the gun itself, so that you're not just getting the normal gun, right? If we can scroll back here a little bit, you can see that this has the modified drum magazine on it, so the attachments will stick to the guns even when people get eliminated. You can see another view of the Lamborghini collaboration right here. You can see it right front and center, so that is definitely a confirmed collab. You know, we get some of the emotes and everything, nothing too special right here, but as we continue going through all the footage and whatnot, right, we get to a very interesting part at the very end of the video, which is right here. You might be like, okay, what's interesting? You know, you got shield potions and everything else. You got, you know, a unique animation for shield potions. You got clingers returning. Well, the interesting part is actually none of that. And instead, if we go back a little bit further and we look on the wall to the left here, I'll actually move my webcam for you. You can see that is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That is right. In the underground area, we're going to be having Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle graffiti of all of the different turtles and everything else that is, you know, going to be hyping up them returning to the item shop. I mean, we can even see a very close version right here of one of the turtles. And it's interesting to see that the design they're using is the one where, you know, there's like bandanas instead of just full ninja masks and everything else. So that's going to be interesting once it officially releases, but it won't be in the battle pass. It'll be something that'll be coming later down the line this season. We also, of course, get Peter Griffin. I mean, just looking at this image right here alone is wild, but seeing how we get a bird is the word emote along with it that you're able to use on any skin is a little bit of an interesting thing. So yeah, in terms of everything going on with Chapter 5 Season 1 Underground, it is going to be a very wild season. Now I'm going to go ahead and play the cinematic trailer muted one more time because we have to talk about the actual description, because the description does give us some more interesting information, such as the official name of the battle pass that is different than the season's name and a little bit more. So here's the full description. Catch the train, customize your weapon, and claim your revenge in Chapter 5 Underground. Fortnite Battle Royale takes on a striking new appearance in Underground. Discover an entirely new island with POIs that feature the factions of society versus the Underground. Seek your revenge for the kidnapping of of Poor Pilly with a entirely fresh arsenal of weapons and items, and of course with a new season, you'll find the Big Bang Battle Pass with pages of new cosmetics. Check out the lineup of outfits geared up and ready for action from daybreak until dawn. Located in vaults are mod benches, which have mods available for mini weapons in exchange for bars, add mods that reduce recoil, increase mag capacity, and more. Save up your bars wisely though, as not every mod will work with every weapon. The outfits are underground underdogs, and the society's creme de la croûte. With the Big Bang Battle Pass purchase, you'll auto-unlock Troublemaker Hope, the Hope of the Underground. Progress in the Battle Pass to unlock more outfits such as Oscar, Vengeance Jones, Nisha, Montaigu, however you say it, Peter Griffin, and Valeria. The Big Bang Battle Pass also has an unlockable car body. Get your sports car ready to strike with Scorpion. The Battle Pass also has unlockable decals for the Scorpion's exterior, meaning that we are going to be getting a lot more interesting little collaboration stuff here and there, especially when it comes to modifying vehicles. So the garage system for Rocket League Racing might actually also affect how your cars look in the normal Fortnite Battle Royale game mode. So with that said, hope you champs and champions enjoy this little, video going through all the different bits of information, talking about how we're getting a Metal Gear Solid 4 version of Solid Snake as well, and just getting excited for the live event that'll be happening later today. I'll have a second video uploaded where it's going to be my reaction to the live event, so stay tuned for that, and until next time, I'll be catching you champs and champettes a little bit later. Peace out.